From the weather team you can trust, here's Chief Meteorologist Eric Snyder.
Well, I guess technically, officially, today makes it now a streak. Back-to-back days with our Sunday and now our Monday with beautiful weather. Lots of sunshine, no rainfall, and comfortable temperatures, too. I mean, you kind of look up at some point and go, it hasn't been that hot around here in a little while. 75, your current temperature now. You got north-northwest winds at 6 miles per hour and a dew point that is starting to creep up. We warned you of this. That mugginess is going to start pushing its way back in. Typically, when your weather guy is talking about severe weather chances within 24 hours, you usually have to have some of that, the moisture starting to come along for the ride, and that is indeed where this is going to go. Speaking of that, this is the overall outlook from our friends in Norman, Oklahoma at the Storm Prediction Center. They have 5 levels of severe capability. Bigger the number, the greater the severe weather risk. Many of you might remember they had us outlooked in a level 3 out of 5 risk on Saturday. For tomorrow, we are level 2 out of 5. So in this overall notion of trying our best to compare what we went through and, the dynamics and ingredients tomorrow, it's an imperfect science with that, but overall I feel like the risk tomorrow is not quite as high. It will be much higher for our friends just off to the south into Pennsylvania toward the nation's capital, but still a day that we want to be paying attention to, even though the overall instances of severe weather, the quantity, might not be quite as great. If it happens to you, it's a big deal to you and to your family. Cloud cover off to our west continues to push its way on in. I don't think we got any rain with this, but maybe an impact to the sunset. Multiple clusters of severe thunderstorms. Look at the explosion of cloud cover hitting the top of the atmosphere, flailing outward with this complex, which is diving off to the southeast. That's basically the system that is headed our way. Also already in, but still headed our way more, wildfire smoke, not just from Canada, but also from the Pacific Northwest of the United States. Between those two sources, that smoke continues to thicken up going into tomorrow. And I look at this and I go, could this actually play to our benefit tomorrow? A smokier afternoon would mean maybe not quite as hot of an afternoon and not quite as unstable of an afternoon. I would take that, to be honest with you. Low and mid-60s overnight tonight. A lot of cloud cover, but we keep this dry. The challenge into our Tuesday, what happens before the early afternoon? Our in-house model says very little is going to end up happening, and you get some partial sun in there. That will allow the stuff that fires later in the day to become strong and severe. My mind goes to, yeah, maybe, but I feel like we're going to have at least something around there early, and multiple rounds of storms usually limits the overall severe weather threat and concerns. Wednesday, no severe, just a cooler day, kind of a raw day with a few showers out there, and temperatures having a hard time even making it to 70. In-house model still says the instability is more than enough, ramping this up, but my gut tells me between the smoke and between the multiple rounds, I feel like this is probably overkill. So with that in mind, here's how we're going to call this into the afternoon and through the early evening. A few of these storms, much like Saturday, would be capable of producing strong to damaging wind gusts. That is the main focus. Following that is maybe some additional flooding. We had multiple inches of rainfall on Saturday. It will not take much to rehash some of those issues. And I will note, even though I think this threat is very limited, it's not impossible, a brief spin-up tornado could develop again. We had a few of those warnings on Saturday. After this gets on through, look at Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back to the good stuff.